TikTok ads are continuing to reign in the results for brands and are getting more popular by the day for advertisers. But most brands and businesses continue to make the same mistakes with TikTok ads, so I want to show you how you can get consistent results. In fact, I just helped a brand generate over $400,000 in the last 90 days, and their growth is absolutely exploding. And I'm going to show you the strategies that we're using with TikTok ads to help get there. And this specific strategy not only drives great TikTok ad performance, but allows you to get better results with Facebook and Google ads. And that is because TikTok's driving a ton of top of funnel, which gives you more traffic, and then your retargeting audiences on other platforms get better, and all around lifts your entire account return on ad spend, so that way you can make more money. So in today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know with TikTok ads. And if you haven't signed up for TikTok ads before, then I highly recommend using this link below the video, because you can get up to $1,500 in TikTok ad credits, and you can enter into our official ad challenges where we're giving away $150,000 in cash prizes. So we're gonna have multiple winners. Up to 23 people are going to be selected based off of their creativity with the TikTok ad they submit in the challenge. So definitely be sure to check that out if you want to enter in, win cash prizes, and get up to $1,500 in TikTok ad credits. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are. We're going to be going over the full TikTok ad guide you need to know. And here's the brand example where, as you can see here, their sales were averaging around 1K daily and all the way up to 15K days. And now we're consistently maintaining around 5 to 10K per day with their Shopify store, all from the results that we've been able to generate both on Facebook and TikTok ads. We're going to be diving into the strategy that's allowing them to spend over $1,000 per day on TikTok to be able to make an additional $3,000 to $5,000 back every single day. So in order to handle the scale, we're going to break down this exact strategy. And the first part of this is going to be the creatives. What kind of creatives you need on TikTok? What do the videos look like? How long do they need to be? Do you need sound on or off? We'll be breaking down all of that with creatives, and then I'll be showing you the audience setup, the scaling strategy, and how to optimize all of this so that way you can get the best results possible. So be sure to take notes throughout this video because we're going to be covering a lot in detail. And the first thing we're going to be covering is creatives. And based off the millions of dollars that we placed on TikTok ads, we have 100% found out what strategies are absolutely working, and there are must-haves. After analyzing thousands of different TikTok ads and going live with them, testing them, optimizing them, and seeing which ones work, we pretty much have found the formula that we know is driving the best results. And some of the must-haves are, you want to have captions in your video. This is where you're actually showing text in the TikTok ad and emojis. And the placement of this text either needs to be in the center or 2/3 placement on the video. That just simply means above the center fold. And that is because that is the best text placement for somebody to read your call out. That is where you want to place your hook, make it very obvious. I would use the TikTok style text because that definitely converts best based off what we've seen work. And having text allows the person who doesn't have any audio on to immediately know what you're offering, and it increases your watch time because people are reading and listening at the same time. The second thing is you want to have sound on. TikTok is a sound on platform. So that means you need to have either a voice overlay, somebody speaking, or music. The third one is you want to limit your clips to 5 seconds max. That essentially means if you're recording a video, you want to be very short and concise for each section of that TikTok ad. So that way you get across the point in a very clear and concise way. This not only increases watch time because it's engaging and there's multiple clips throughout the video, but it ensures that you stay focused per clip you film for your TikTok video. And then number 4 is you always want to show the product early. If you delay showing your product, people aren't going to know what you're selling. And we have found this has increased conversion significantly, especially if you show the video in the very beginning or even within the first 3 seconds. People are going to see the product that you're selling, and it's going to drive higher conversions. This is a known fact that we've gone through. Number 5 is you're going to want to have at least one call to action. Typically, this call to action is placed at the end of the video where you're saying, shop now, get 15% off, visit our website, find our products, get this offer now. And if you have a second call to action, we also see a lift in conversions with this as well. Typically, you'll have your hook, you'll explain the product, and then about a third of the way into the video, you'll then offer a call to action. You can check it out on our website, and then you'll continue explaining what it is that you're offering, and then have a final call to action. So you can have about 2 call to actions in your video. We found that is the sweet spot. And number 6 is have at least 5 words max in the description. That essentially means you do not want to write a long description like you would on Facebook ads. TikTok is not a description heavy ad platform. platform, you want to be very clear. And more specifically, pretty much only the ads that are getting the best results have the offer stated in their description. They're not trying to describe the product. They're not trying to describe the brand. They're not trying to use a tagline, a headline, or some fancy lettering. It is simply get the offer, shop now, and being very direct and concise in your ad copy. That is where you actually type out the text whenever you're uploading the TikTok ad. And then number 7, you want to have photo and video overlays. Essentially what that means is if you're filming a video and you're talking into the camera about your product, then essentially as you're talking about your product, you want to have either a photo overlay showcasing it more, whether it's a use case or a video of somebody actually applying it or using it and demonstrating it. These overlays are great, especially if you tell a story. You want to have photos and videos that are backing up what you're talking about. So that way there's visuals throughout. And I'm going to show you what this means because we'll go over a few creative examples, but I just want to highlight these key points first so that way you know going into filming your video what exactly you need to do. Number 8 is you want to keep your text limited to bullets or short captions. Essentially that means if you have benefits, you're just going to call out the benefits as bullet points with emojis. Keep it very simple in your video. And number 9, this one's pretty obvious, but a lot of people for some reason still don't get it. You need to have vertical video. That means your video takes up full screen. Don't use square, don't use landscape. TikTok is a vertical placement platform, so you need vertical video for this to convert. So let's go ahead and look at some of the creative examples. Here's one ad example that I've pulled together. Has about 8,000 likes, has a very high budget, and it's in the top 7% of click-through rates. So let's check it out.
Here's how to get rid of your sports acne in 2 weeks. My name's Carson, founder and CEO of Ball Boys, the first ever skincare company made for athletes. For thousands of years, athletes all around the globe, from ancient Roman gladiators to baseball and football players today, have all been struggling with one thing: acne. Because of constant sweat and wearing gross bacteria-covered equipment, athletes suffer from breakouts at a much higher rate than anybody else. And the crazy part? In all of that time, there's never been an acne cure made specifically for athletes. As somebody who struggled with sports acne my entire life, I was always on the search for a solution, but always ended up disappointed. I was about to give up until I thought to myself, what if I just created my own? So I started to do research, lots of it. And after months and months of trial and error, I finally cracked the code, and Ball Boys was born. With groundbreaking products like our activated charcoal face scrub and Mr. Drip pimple patches, there's no wonder why over 65,000 plus 5-star customers use it and love it every single day.
I use this stuff after every single game. It helps clear me up, keeps me fresh. First face scrub for athletes, and they have body scrub. It's the best stuff on the market right now.
And get this, it's dermatologist recommended and made with all natural ingredients you can actually read. Still not satisfied? If you don't absolutely love it, we will give you your money back. No questions asked. So, whether you're preparing for battle in the Roman Colosseum or just getting ready for practice, Ball Boys will help freshen up your game on and off the field. Click shop now to grab yours today.
Now this ad is a 10 out of 10, and what I mean by that is they covered every bullet point that we just spoke about. It is perfectly executed. Now you might be thinking there's a lot going on in this video, but this is a video that is definitely going to drive a ton of conversions. Let's break this down. He had multiple clips throughout. The text is pretty much center placement. It's not being covered by any buttons. And when we look at this, one of the first things we see is he then shows him using the product in the beginning. He then describes who he is, the founder of Ball Boys, which is their brand. He then shows the product very early on. He then announces the problem, which is there hasn't been a brand that caters to, athletes that have acne, which is a problem. And so then he goes to state on a story talking about how everyone that's an athlete has this issue. And so he's capturing a bigger market and audience because of this, which is going to make his ad resonate across a large range of different audiences he targets, making it much easier to drive more conversions. Here's our first overlay. This is where he actually overlays an image or video highlighting exactly what he's talking about. So when he's mentioning ancient Roman gladiators, he's also showing the location, and then he's showing the acne problem. This is where he actually has a visual showcasing this issue. This then allows anybody who's an athlete that has acne to immediately pay attention to this video and start to watch it. He then showcases how to use it and how he went to the store and sees that there's a ton of problems with those products out there and how there had to be a better solution, which he then positions his product as that solution. And he's transitioning the video to him doing research, coming up with the brand and why they created it, which creates a personal connection. TikTok's known for personal connections, and this is where that then creates that relatability aspect. And relatability videos are by far one of the highest converting ads on TikTok. The more relatable, the better the result. He then backs it up with credibility beyond just what he's talking about. Why take his word for it? He then showcases his reviews where all of the customers are talking about how they also love the product. He then shows some more athletes to resonate home with anybody else who's an athlete. And then he has some people talk about the product and how even a dermatologist, so additional credibility from a third-party source. And then he showcases the lots of different varieties that they offer, because this is going to help him get more AOVs. He's going to sell additional bundles. That means he's going to get a much higher return on ad spend from this video. And then finally, he wraps it up with the click shop now to grab yours today, which is our call to action. Perfectly executed video. So you need to be able to find multiple different clips, be very visual, and have a story to tell throughout your video. If you can execute a TikTok ad like this, you're going to see absolutely insane results. And TikTok actually broke down the analysis for us. Here's our relatability problem, our features, our product review, the demonstration, and then our call to action. When we look at this, here's the click-through rates because people are paying attention to the video, but then all of a sudden you see the click-through rates absolutely explode for the second half of the video. And that is because he's showing his product about 10 times more than he was in the beginning. He was explaining the problem, getting people really hooked into the video. Then he was transitioning to the solution, and then it was all about the products from there on out, from the 56-second mark. And what happens? Click-through rates explode. Now, if we look at the conversion rates, what do we have? Throughout the video, we're consistently getting higher and higher conversion rates. Each peak is going up as they're watching the video. So the further those people make it in the video, the better it gets. And then throughout this portion of him talking about the products, he's driving a ton of conversions. As you can see, same thing here. The chart's very similar. And then our clicks, big spike in the beginning. That's pretty much typical with most videos if you have a strong hook. And then it's pretty stable throughout. And then as we watch it, there is a drop off in his retention. Probably the only thing he could improve on this video is pretty much the hook in the beginning. And he could test another iteration of this. But all in all, it's a great executed video. And it makes sense that they're pushing, heavy budget behind this. So this is a ad creative format that you're definitely going to want to leverage in TikTok ads. Another example.
$60 for shorts that do this? Or $12 for shorts that never drop your phone? Yup, Fabletics has any short you could want for $12 with crazy clutch pockets. I have the one short with zipper pockets and then the fundamental short with the hidden liner pocket. I swear, once you buy these, you're never dropping your phone in the gym again. But these ain't just about the pockets. They're super stretchy and lightweight, so you're never gonna be all restricted at the gym. And yes, that includes the waistbands. They won't be pinching you or nothing. And if you haven't tried line shorts in the gym, you'd be surprised how comfy they are. And the best part, every single short and style is
great video. It's a product demonstration and product comparison. He's comparing his product in the very beginning against a competitive product, which the issue is the phones are falling out, they're baggy shorts, they don't fit very well, it's harder to work out. Then positions his product as the solution, and it's a very simple video. The text is in the 2/3 placement. We have the voice overlay, we have the voice background music. And then we have the call to action, once again, showing multiple different colors because you want to capture as much people in your audience as possible. Some people might like green, orange, yellow, red. You want to showcase the different variety of products you have so people can find the one that they like. And then we have the offer and call to action. So as you can see here, once again, high budget, about 50,000 likes. Very good video. It's a product comparison with a discount offer. It's another great format. Pretty stable click-through rates throughout the video. And then if we look at the conversion rate, pretty stable once again. And same thing here. We're getting conversions all the way through. And it's about a 37-second video, so more people stayed till the very end. And very typical for a drop-off rate on TikTok. It's just standard. But this style of video does well, and you can get 3 to 5x ROAS all day long on these two video styles. So once you have the creatives and you've put them together, let's talk about how you structure your campaign. Now there's a lot that goes into TikTok ads, and one of the first things you want to do is create a campaign where you actually focus on product sales or website conversions. You're either running to the TikTok shop, which is going crazy right now. You should definitely check out TikTok shop if you haven't already. But for a website conversion campaign, this is where you send people to your website to make purchases. You would simply select one of these options. And the strategy that we're specifically using to generate over $400,000 in sales in a very short amount of time and go from 1K days to 5 to 10K days with this strategy is by optimizing for purchases, which is complete payment. And then specifically, we would choose the placements of TikTok only. For targeting, we would do a broad audience, we would do an interest testing stack, and then we do a suggested TikTok audience. This is so that way we can get the best results possible and allow the algorithm to do the work for us. So for the first audience, we would just simply leave it alone. We just choose one placement, we name it broad because the algorithm's going to define it for us. And then we always start with the $20 daily testing budget. This is the budget that typically works best with TikTok. And then we can talk about how we would scale this up over time once we see results. We typically give it 7 days. If you don't see a purchase within 7 days, if you don't see click-through rates higher than 2% or 1.5%, or if you don't have any purchases at all that happen in that time frame, you simply need to rework your creatives or audiences and relaunch again. It just simply means that it didn't work. But it doesn't mean that TikTok's not a good platform for you. You just need to be able to refine your creatives and review this video again. Look at what we talked about with the creatives. Did you execute in the same way that we just discussed? Yes, you did. Okay, maybe it's the audience or specific targeting, or maybe you don't have enough creatives, or the offer's not strong enough. Or if you look at the videos and you say, well, mine don't look like that. I didn't execute the editing very well, or my editor didn't do a good job, or maybe I need to speak a little bit faster, have more better cuts throughout the video, then you need to adjust and relaunch. Then when we get to the actual ad creative aspect of this, there's a few strategies that really work here. And the first thing you want to do is make sure to upload your creative. You never want to have just one video. You need multiple videos for TikTok ads to work. You'd simply upload the video. And then for your text, you want to be very descriptive in terms of the offer. That means either free shipping or on sale or easy care. You want to have a very short and concise headline and pretty much just state the offer. That's all you want to do in this actual ad text portion. And you're not going to have very many words. It's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Free shipping on orders over 100, over 50, right? That's about 6 words. 5 is really the max. Free shipping on $50 plus. That would work perfectly. But it's okay if you have an extra 1 or 2 words, but at the end of the day, it needs to be short and concise. And then for your call to actions, the good thing about TikTok is you can test multiple CTAs, which is check it out, interested. You could remove visit store if you don't have one, pick yours, try it by yourself, shop now, and you could adjust these and choose the ones you want to test for your video. And then essentially once you choose those different call to actions, we typically do a few. You then have the option to display a interactive add-on. This is optional, but I highly recommend it if you want to see good results. Typically what we do is we select create, and we'll have some videos without, and then we'll have some videos with the product tagged. And the product tagged is where you actually showcase your product and your video. So when they're watching it, it's actually populating the TikTok product that you're selling. So that way people can see it, they can click shop now, and it's very direct and allows you to get the best results. So throughout the video, they're actually seeing the product that you're speaking about, which drives up your conversions. Then you simply send them to your product landing page. So you'd paste your URL here to be able to get those results. And that's really the structure for the audience targeting and the creative aspect. The next stage of this is the actual optimization part of the video. And once you actually see a few purchases in that first time period, what you're going to want to do is scale up your budget. Go up $10 to $20 every 3 to 4 days if you're sticking with a positive return on ad spend. The next thing we did with their campaign is once we get good results in one country, we expand to multiple countries. So if you offer products in different countries, we're going to first target the US, and if it goes well, we're going to open up to Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, Europe, and expand in each country with different creatives. And that allows us to get multiple budgets going at 20 daily. So we're looking at, over $100 daily now. Plus we'll find a few countries that are converting with the same audience targeting strategy. We can then get our budgets up to 500 daily and even 1,000 daily at scale. And we scale up over time. We don't do it immediately. We don't jump from 20 to $200 in a single day. We expand our audiences first with budgets, and then we scale up by 10 to 20 every 3 to 4 days. And once you see positive results, then you continue to do that cycle. Now, the final stage to this is once you're getting good results with TikTok ads, it's not going to last for very long because the platform is always changing. There's lots of trends happening. They fatigue out earlier than Facebook. The good news is you can take those videos and run them on Facebook ads and get amazing results and drive up even more sales. But the strategy that you're going to apply to TikTok ads specifically, every week you're going to be wanting to drop in 2 to 3 new creative assets on top of the ones you're already running. That doesn't mean turning off creatives. That just means adding them into addition, and some videos will take off, others won't. And that allows you to keep things fresh and continue to stabilize the ad account. Because with results like this, as you can see right now, they're getting a 7.7x return on ad spend. If we look at the lifetime of this entire account all the way from 2021, still maintaining results. And the mass majority of advertisers who don't get consistent results like this over years of time is because they're not refreshing their creatives on a regular basis. So the more frequent you are with dropping in new assets, the better the result you're going to get. So definitely make sure to apply these strategies and rewatch this video to learn exactly how to structure your campaigns and TikTok ad creatives. So that way you can start leveraging this platform in addition to the other platforms that you're running ads on. And once again, if you want to enter into our ad challenge and submit your TikTok ad video to potentially win $50,000, $25,000, $10,000, and then 20 people are going to get $3,250 in cash each. That's actual cash. That's not just TikTok ad credits. That is straight up money in your pocket. if you enter into this challenge. It starts August 1st and ends September 30th. So definitely make sure to check out the challenge and claim your $1,500 in TikTok ad credits if you haven't already. And by the way, if you have any questions throughout this video and you want to learn more about TikTok ads and have somebody guide you through the process, definitely feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at RealChaseChappell. Just DM me the word YouTube or TikTok, and I'm happy to respond to any questions that you have. Once again, it's your favorite digital marketer here, Chase Chappell. Cheers, and bye all.